Not too long ago, I made a tier list featuring a bunch of electronic concentrate devices, e-rigs, if you will. And on that list, pretty high up on that list, was this guy right here, the old Focus Carta 2. And I think it's still a pretty decent device if we're talking about concentrates. But I recently got the flower chamber for it that's supposed to work with dry herb instead of concentrate. And while I've known about the chamber for a while, it took me a while to get it. I rolled through a shop and I ended up picking one up. I learned after testing it out on my stream the other day, it has a lot of problems. Real quick, I'm demonetized on YouTube, so I make videos for free, but I got a recent Twitch sponsor you can help me out with. All you gotta do is download this game and complete the tutorial. It's a free MMO you can play on mobile and PC. I'm gonna put my referral link in the description and pinned comment. It's Albion Online. Check it out. Now, I do want to say I'm not a fan of devices that try to do flower and concentrate. I feel like you're sacrificing a little bit of quality or a little bit of performance trying to do both. A number of devices that I've used that have attempted to do both, they just don't do a good job at either. But at the end of the day, you don't want to use a device for flower and concentrate. If you use it for flower, you're gonna ruin the taste for your concentrates. They have a different flavor. Concentrates overall deliver a really clean, smooth flavor. Obviously, it depends on what you're dabbing on. But anything with flower, especially combustion, is gonna ruin the flavor. But most of these devices are vaping it. You could run into the accidental combustion. But still, the flower vape just leaves a lingering taste that's less desirable when you're dabbing. But I will say that the Carta does a good job for concentrates. It's almost as good as the Puffco. I'm really waiting for them to drop their version of the 3D XL chamber. If you're from Carta and you're watching this, hurry up. That's your way to compete. Drop that, include it with the unit, and sell it for like $250, and I swear they'll fly off the shelves. But the biggest issue I think I had with the Carta was the battery life. Like, every hit you do is more than 10% of the battery. Unless you're doing like really short, really low temp hits, which nobody really is going to be doing, you probably can't get 10 dabs out of your device, which sounds crazy. An electronic portable device, I'm only gonna be able to take like 8 hits with it. But recently on my Twitch stream, I tried out the flower chamber, and if you don't follow me on Twitch, what are you doing? The smoke session's at 9 p.m. Eastern. Link your Amazon Prime and you can give me Jeff Bezos weed money. Every Prime we get is an extra milligram on Halloween, so make sure you tune into that stream. But when I started using the chamber, I realized it had a few issues. It's not super expensive, and it is an add-on to your regular device. You don't have to buy a whole new one. But like, bruh, it's so bad. Now, my biggest issue is it doesn't come with the cap you need. In the instructions, they recommend 2 different caps that you can use for it that they sell, and it doesn't come with either one of them. And the default cap that you get with your device that you would already have if you're trying to add this onto your Carta, while it sort of works, it doesn't quite fit. It's not meant for this chamber. Now, what's wild is I looked on their website, one of the ones that they recommend using, it's only $5. You couldn't just include it? You couldn't just include it with the thing if it's only $5? So if you pick one of these up, the cap that you already have is probably not the best one to use for it. Now, all that's fine and dandy, but the actual biggest issue with it is it doesn't work. Like, it doesn't work. I couldn't get mine to work. And upon doing research and looking into it online and Reddit and through YouTube videos, a lot of people have the same issues, or they have other issues with it. You see, the Carta has 2 different modes that you can toggle between, concentrate and flower modes, and it'll keep track of each of your hits. Mine would not change to flower mode. I've changed it to flower mode in the past when I first got it. It's like a little button you push, a little slider or whatever. With the flower chamber, it should automatically detect that I put a different chamber on. I shouldn't have to go into the bootleg app and then try to switch it on there, because it wouldn't let me switch it. And upon doing some research to figure out how to solve this issue, there's a video of a guy taking his Carta apart trying to get it out of flower mode because it got stuck in there. I'll say it again, any device that tries to do both, but just do one. Do one and make another device, trust me. So I couldn't even switch mine into the mode that it's supposed to be in for you to use the flower chamber. Now, you can still turn it on and get heat, but oh my God, it's pathetic. It's miserable. There's nothing, bro. It turned a lot of my flower brown, but like I got no vapor, like nothing, bro. And honestly, looking at the style of the chamber, I don't think that you're gonna really be able to generate a lot. I've been using this thing a lot, and I'm able to pull a ton of heat down over the flower. This chamber is trying to create the heat all around the flower. It doesn't even hold that much. You gotta buy an extra cap to put on top. And I got the most pitiful, pathetic vapor I'd ever seen. Like nothing came out, but something came out. You know what I mean? Like, it was nothing, but I saw it. And I was curious of the performance. There's got to be a video out there of somebody getting a massive hit. I looked and looked, YouTube and Reddit. I found like one video of a guy getting an okay hit, but like it didn't look like much. I've seen, you know, cheapo little devices that perform just as well. So realistically, even though it's not that much to get this chamber and then add it onto your card to try to unlock these new features, I don't think that you want to do it. It probably might not work, and if you do get it to work, you might taint the flavor of your device. You might run a bunch of flour through it, and the next time you clean it out and go to do dabs, you're like, got this weird, funky, lingering taste to it. Either way, quick little rant here. I spent some money, wasted about an hour trying to get it to work, so I had to make a video about it. Come get high with me on Twitch. I will see you in the next one, my dudes.